Today, we're going to explain a movie called Alone. At the beginning of the story, we see a boy named Eden sleeping peacefully in his apartment. Suddenly, a strange sound startles him awake. He panics, and he goes straight to look out through a small hole in the door, but there's no one outside. Eden then goes and turns on the TV, but the TV signal is out, and an emergency warning is playing on the screen. This leaves Eden puzzled. How did the signal suddenly go out, and why is this emergency warning coming? While he's pondering this, he hears loud screams from outside. He immediately runs to the window, and as soon as he reaches his balcony, he's stunned. He sees people running around as if something big is about to happen. Eden is at a loss for what's going on when he sees a helicopter crash into a nearby building. The sight sends a shuddering shock down Eden's spine. He spots a little girl standing alone, seemingly lost in the crowd. Seeing her, Eden begins shouting for people to help her. But the next moment, the little girl begins attacking and biting people around her. Seeing this, Eden realizes that people are becoming zombies. Terrified, Eden quickly. He leaves the balcony and enters his apartment, and then a man comes to Eden's house. Seeing him, Eden is terrified, thinking he's also a zombie. It's actually Eden's neighbor, who tells Eden, "Don't be afraid, I'm not a zombie." He says, "All my friends have turned into zombies and attacked me, but I ran into your house to save myself." Then, Eden's neighbor asks for the bathroom. Eden shows him the way to the bathroom, and as he's walking toward it, Eden sees a zombie bite mark on his neck. Seeing this, Eden understands that his neighbor is about to become a zombie. So, for his own safety, Eden picks up a knife. A short while later, Eden's neighbor comes out of the bathroom, and seeing the knife in Eden's hand, he realizes that Eden is going to kill him, thinking he's a zombie. Then he tells Eden, "Look, I'm not a zombie." His eyes begin to change, and Eden realizes he's been affected by the virus. Eden then tells his neighbor, "Get out of my house or I'll kill you." Reluctantly, he leaves his house. When Eden looks through the door's hole, he sees the zombies attacking his neighbor. This frightens Eden deeply, and he quickly locks the door. After a while, when things calm down, he hears a news report about the infection. The reporter explains that the virus has spread throughout the city. Therefore, anyone who hasn't been infected should stay indoors, keeping all their windows and doors closed. Eden tries to call his family, but all the lines are busy. When he checks his message box, he finds a message from his parents. Eden's parents had written that zombies have spread throughout the city. "It will take time for us to get to you, so don't leave the house at all and wait for us." In this way, evening falls. Eden sits on his balcony, watching the view outside. Outside, the entire city was deserted and fires were raging everywhere. Eden was devastated by this, and he began to wonder how he would survive alone in such conditions. Now, to survive in these difficult circumstances, Eden had to do everything he could to survive. He places small motivational notes throughout his apartment to give him strength and writes "Day 1" on the mirror. Eden realizes that this zombie virus can last for months, so in these trying times, he creates a safe space for himself in his house to be prepared for any impending danger. Days pass in this way, and a week passes. At night, he records a video on his laptop describing his days in this locked apartment. He also tries to call his parents, but his mobile signal is out. Over time, Eden begins to feel lonely, and one day, when he discovers that there's no water in any of his taps, he becomes extremely distressed. Furthermore, Eden has very little food left, so he begins to survive on the small meals he has. Eden was stranded alone in the middle of a city infested with zombies. He had no idea what was going on in the outside world. One day, while Eden was looking at something on his laptop, he heard footsteps. He quickly grabbed a baseball bat to protect himself, and then we see an infected girl jumps into Eden's apartment through a ventilation hole in the ceiling. Eden quickly hides, and as the girl slowly approaches him, Eden seizes the opportunity and attacks her from behind, killing her instantly. Afterward, Eden quickly goes and blocks the hole with a surfboard to prevent any more zombies from entering. Days pass like this, and Eden struggles to survive. One day, while he's recording another video, he hears his phone ring. He quickly picks up the phone and sees a voice message from his mother. His mother tells him, "We're very close to the city and will be reaching you in a few hours." Before Eden's mother can finish her sentence, they're surrounded by infected people. Eden hears his parents' screams in the last few seconds of the voice message, and then the message ends. Hearing this, Eden realizes that his parents are dead. Eden begins to cry profusely, having no reason to live. He picks up a baseball bat and plans to escape. Out of the house, as he emerges, he sees a large number of infected people. Then he notices his neighbor, who was still alive but badly injured. This prevents him from attacking Eden. Eden then tries to find a way out of the building but finds none. Zombies are everywhere. Seeing this, Eden realizes he can't escape among so many infected people. As he heads towards his apartment, the infected attack him. But Eden somehow manages to escape, sneaks into his apartment, and securely locks the door by placing the refrigerator in front of it, preventing any infected from breaking in. Now, reluctantly, Eden is forced to return to his home. Having been alone for weeks, Eden is completely broken. Eden finds it difficult to live under these conditions, and then the entire city's power goes out. This leaves Eden in even deeper shock, wondering how he will survive. There's no food, no signal, and no electricity. Thinking about all this, Eden finds himself in a state of despair. He begins to feel increasingly lonely. Then, fed up with his life, Eden turns on his laptop and begins recording a video. Looking into the camera, he says that it's been 42 days since the virus spread. He explains, "I've done everything I can to stay alive, but I can't take it anymore. I haven't eaten or drunk water for the last 2 days. He says that it's better to take my own life than to live like this. After 42 days of living in such a difficult situation, he decides to end everything. Just as he's about to hang himself, he sees a girl standing in a building in front of him. Seeing the girl after so long leaves Eden utterly shocked and gives him a new hope for life. But then his foot slips from the chair and he begins to writhe in agony. Luckily, the rope breaks, saving Eden's life. Eden then quickly goes to the window and stares intently at the girl. He can't believe his eyes, seeing a living girl as he's seen a human being after 42 days. Then the girl sees Eden too, but she quickly closes the window curtains, thinking she's a zombie. The next day, Eden goes to the window and sees the girl again. Before she can hide, mistaking him for a zombie, Eden quickly writes "hi" on a piece of paper and waves to her. Seeing this, the girl realizes that Eden is not a zombie, but a human, and she is overjoyed. Eden then tells her his name through the paper. Seeing this, the girl reveals her name is Eva. She asks Eden if he has anything to eat or drink. Eden replies that he has no food, but plenty of water. Eva notices zombies gathering near her door, closes the curtain, and prepares to leave. Before she goes, Eden writes on a piece of paper asking if they can talk again tomorrow. Eva agrees and leaves. That night, Eden becomes extremely hungry. With no food left, he even starts eating toothpaste. Soon, heavy rain begins, so Eden places containers outside to collect water and finally bathes after 42 days. His beard has grown long, so he trims and shaves it. The next day, he appears before Eva looking clean and fresh, and Eva is instantly impressed. Later, Eden throws a rope connected to a ball toward Eva's apartment, and she catches it. He then tries sending water bottles across the rope, but they crash into a fence. The noise attracts a zombie, which starts climbing toward Eva's apartment. To save her, Eden throws a bottle at the zombie, drawing its attention to himself. The zombie changes direction and climbs toward Eden instead. Just as it reaches his apartment, Eden kills it with a baseball bat. As hunger becomes unbearable, Eden decides to search his neighbor's apartment for food. Outside, he discovers his neighbor's corpse and finds a set of keys. Suddenly, zombies approach. Thinking quickly, Eden lies beside the corpse and pretends to be dead. The trick works, allowing the zombies to pass by. Inside the apartment, he finds a dead girl lying on a bed and realizes she's no longer alive. He heads to the kitchen, where he finds food and useful supplies. However, while collecting them, an infected zombie attacks him. Eden first strikes it with a table lamp, but when that fails, he kills it using an ice axe. After returning safely to his apartment, Eden checks himself for bite marks and is relieved to find none. While searching through the supplies, he discovers 2 walkie-talkies. He decides to send one to Eva. That night, he carefully climbs down from his balcony, sneaks through a crowd of zombies, and throws the walkie-talkie into Eva's apartment. The infected hear him and begin chasing him, but he manages to hide until they leave. The next day, Eva contacts him through the walkie-talkie. Eden is thrilled to hear her voice. He tells her he hasn't eaten for 3 days, while Eva reveals she has been hungry for 2. They spend hours talking until night falls and Eva goes to sleep. Unable to tolerate the hunger any longer, Eden starts searching the building again. He crawls through a ventilation duct into another apartment, where he discovers the corpse of an infected person who likely died from lack of oxygen. The sight of him terrifies Eden completely. But then, somehow, he musters up his courage and moves on to his neighbor's house. He reaches the bathroom, but as soon as he gets down, he sees a long trail of blood. Following the trail, he pulls aside the curtains but finds no one there. Eden slowly moves forward, exploring the house, and when he reaches the kitchen, he finds a large amount of food. Eden then contacts Ava and tells her that he found a lot of food. Hearing this, Ava becomes angry and asks Eden, "How could you go into this house without asking me? Your life could be in danger there." Eden tells her, "Don't worry about me, there's no one here." Ava then tells Eden, "I want to come to you too." But Eden advises her not to come to him right now. "That could put you in danger. When I leave this house, I'll bring you safely home." Ava then relents and tells Eden to take care of himself. Eden has now had his food, so he considers going back to his apartment. But then he notices a large hole in the wall opposite. As he approaches the tunnel, he senses someone nearby. As Eden turns back, he sees an old man standing behind him, holding a sharp spear. After looking at each other, they realize they're not zombies. The old man lowers his weapon and asks Eden, "What are you doing here?" To which Eden replies, "I just came here to find food." He then asks Eden, "Who were you talking to on the walkie-talkie?" Eden lies, saying, "I was alone talking to motivate myself." The The old man treats Eden very kindly and tells him he can take as much food as he wants. He offers Eden some food on a plate. Having been hungry for days, Eden begins to eat without thinking. After a while, the old man tells Eden to get him a bottle from the cupboard, but as Eden turns to pick up the bottle, the old man hits him on the head with a baseball bat from behind, knocking him unconscious. A few minutes later, when Eden regains consciousness, he finds himself in front of an infected woman, chained to a stake. Terrified, Eden desperately wants to leave, but then Eden sees he also has his hands and feet tied. A short while later, the old man appears before Eden and tells him that this woman is his wife, who is now infected. He says, "I love my wife very much, and I don't want to lose her at any cost, and she's been hungry for a week, but today her hunger will be satiated, because I'm going to cook you a meal for her." The old man then gives Eden some medicine and tells him to take it, which will make his body numb and prevent him from feeling pain as he dies. But Eden flatly refuses to do so, telling the old man that his wife won't be able to live like this and that she's screaming for death. Therefore, he should kill his wife and free her from this hellish life. However, the old man's mental state was not good, so he tells Eden to take the medicine quietly. "Otherwise, I know of other ways to knock you out." Eden refuses to take the medicine, after which the old man goes to get his instrument to knock Eden out. Eden realizes that if he doesn't do anything, he'll be killed soon, so he somehow frees himself and hides behind the door. As the old man approaches Eden, Eden cleverly grabs him and pushes him toward his wife. The old man's own wife attacks him and starts biting him. Leaving them both inside, Eden closes the door, packs his belongings, and heads for his apartment. Then Eva informs him via walkie-talkie that infected people have entered. Hearing this, Eden quickly heads for Eva's apartment to rescue her. Eden, trying to climb down using a rope made of sheets to save Eva, falls down, and an infected rushes toward him to attack. To defend himself, Eden picks up a short gun and kills the infected. However, the sound of the gunshot echoes through the building's many rooms. The infected hear this and start jumping from the building to kill Eden. To save himself, Eden runs straight to Eva's apartment. Eva throws him a rope made of sheets from above. Eden begins to climb up using this rope, but then an infected also grabs the rope and starts climbing after Eden. Eden, acting smartly, jumps onto an apartment balcony and quickly cuts the rope with a knife, causing the infected to fall from a great height to their deaths. Eva also jumps down to Eden. Now that they have met, Eden tells Eva that it's not right to stay here. If we stay here, the infected will soon catch us, after which they both move forward to escape from this place and get ready to fight the zombies. When they reach the apartment door, they prudently open the door and hide behind it. As soon as the door opens, some infected people angrily enter the apartment without them noticing, and the two take advantage of the opportunity to escape. Here, Eden also breaks the door lock so that the zombies who entered the apartment to kill them can't come back out to attack them. They escape, but on the way, another zombie attacks Eden. A lengthy fight ensues, and they both fall down the stairs. Eva musters up her courage and kills the infected. They then begin their journey back to their apartment, killing several more infected along the way. Eden is now very close to his apartment, and just as they are about to enter, a very powerful infected appears from behind. Eden, risking his own life, forces Eva inside the apartment and begins to fight the powerful infected himself. A short while later, Eden, panicked, enters the apartment, locking the door and placing a wardrobe in front of it to prevent the infected from breaking in. Eden then tells Eva to stay away from him and, handing her a baseball bat, tells her to kill him because he's infected. "I'm going to lose control soon, and I don't want that. I'm afraid I'll harm you once I'm infected, so you have to kill me." But Eva refuses to do so because Eden risked his life to save her. Now, when Eva refuses to kill Eden, Eden decides to take his own life by jumping off the building. Eden tells Eva to go to his neighbor's house through the ventilation shaft, where she'll find plenty of food. Before jumping, Eden takes off his shirt and examines his body. He finds no bite marks on his body, meaning he wasn't bitten by a zombie. This overwhelms him with joy. The two embrace and decide to survive together in the building until the zombie virus is eradicated. At the end of the movie, we are shown on TV that the government has found a vaccine for the virus and that things will soon return to normal.